Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2 minutes more from the desert after this. Second down, Mariota buying time to his left. Touchdown, Lions. Twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On third down, Johnson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24.
Dang.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals defense now, they make their way back out there. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky, preach. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing is Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll be first down, Lions.
Really good job by the offense there. Every second counts right now. So for them to get out of bounds and save some time, that's a nice move.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. That is caught inside the 5.
Oh, he got it, yes.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Darren Waller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Thanks, Brandon.
And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. ready to get to the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. First down, Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Mariota now on second down. Out to his left.
Oh, you idiot. What are you throwing at?
A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really, at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now, as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence.
Touchdown, Cardinals! David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but that was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays.
And he can't find anywhere else from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Mariota. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you could see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. and he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Now Mariota on 4th down. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great. With the offense, they can't be despondent.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's a pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Now a handoff. Johnson. Room here to run. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. The 20. He's still barreling through. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players,
oh,
people don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Hey.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Steps away to his left, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. So it was 4th down. They complete the short pass, and then boom, off to the races all the way to pay dirt.
And so many times in short yardage situations or on downs like this on 4th down, the defense gets a little more aggressive. So if you're able to pop it, right, complete a pass like that, it can break big afterwards, and that's exactly what we saw there. Short pass, long run.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because as you...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Joey Bosa in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. That one good for 15 and a first. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
False start, offense.
What's tight end? 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, 3 down. Here we go. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It goes as a pickup of 23.
Oh, it's a big old tight end.
Lions are going to have a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And he coughed it up. And this is
Thank
scooped
you.
up by the
Get up, get up, get up.
And they take possession of the football and have it
Atta
at
boy.
the 36-yard line.
Shazier.
Violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
They run. It's Gurley. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves them with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And
thought.
that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They're going to hurt. And Mariota not happy about something before the snap, so he'll call for
Hey,
a
you watched the
timeout.
game tonight? You watched the game tonight?
Just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. An extra DB.
That guy on Curry something serious, boy.
Blitzer play coverage.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in this. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit. They're dangerous wide
I hope that if they do get swept, I'm gonna laugh, boy, I'm gonna laugh.
Second of the game, and the Lions are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad
I hope they
that
do,
went into
but
this one ahead of
oh,
time?
Mr.
Maybe
Vaughn,
they're
Mr.
seeking some
VO.
revenge, or they just don't like them. But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough
Them
points
boys
in
be
case
shooting.
there's a tie?
Them boys be shooting, boy.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on
They
the
keep
touchdown.
saying, oh, they were done 3-1 last year.
As they take the field.
They won.
And the turnover last time.
They won
sort of
game 2 last year.
symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this
Oh.
broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Let's go, Blue Niners!
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
See.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are
And
working
all that LeBron, Bird, and Kobe and Jordan, that's gonna be put to rest.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing
Might as
quickly,
well.
and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there.
They gonna say you need a super team to beat him.
And now they're in
Y'all
the
ain't say
hurry.
nothing when LeBron was doing it.
They'll stick with the passing game as
What's
he looks
up?
to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to
Man,
the open man.
he ain't playing nobody to get there.
And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end.
Name a team that's strong like the East besides them.
When he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
I'm saying, now the last 3 years,
And they're going to speed things up here.
they let Boston get the #1 seed. It was an easier road.
He's going to let it fly.
They didn't want to see Washington. That's what people fail to realize. Washington beat them twice in the regular
Tremendous
season.
field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Yeah, when they had Pierce and all them boys, and then they had the Pacers that year, but nah, it ain't really nobody.
And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for
But you know the West got teams.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage.
Shoot, Chris Paul probably finna go to
And
the
what's really
Spurs.
difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot.
Probably
got their
so.
heads back around, and they can see
Melo
the
better go to
quarterback
Boston.
and everything in front of them, and they took big advantage of it when the other direction.
I mean, Boston got the #1 pick. They had a pretty good squad. They get Melo in the #1 pick. They should better get Cleveland a run.
A heck of a play
Or go to the Wizards one.
Getting the interception, navigating his way into the
Ain't that left for him in New York, but the rebuild.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Who? I wouldn't doubt it.
And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive.
LeBron gonna go get somebody. You believe that?
People like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end. To feel
I ain't
a
worried.
little
We
bit
finna
as
get
they
Paul
continue to play,
George.
as they
You know?
continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind.
Yep.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
That's what.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Me and my homeboy Tishan was just talking about that. We said they need to get De'Aaron Fox.
Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He gonna have a target on his back as soon as he get in the league. His daddy already said he ain't working out for nobody but the Lakers. How you gonna sit here and tell somebody that?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this.
Didn't think somebody gonna buy them $500 shoes.
And now it's third.
That's what I'm saying. Your son ain't even shot a free throw in the league. You want somebody to pay $500 for him?
Desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chris Conley, his first touchdown.
I can get about I can get about 3 pair of Jordans for that price.
A bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but
He did that
it's
now.
over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So the drive there,
Oakland
they
suck,
went 80
man.
yards in 3 plays. And it winds up at a
Them jokers was
touchdown
them
for
jokers was up.
Arizona.
Them jokers was up 27 going into the fourth quarter. Lost 21. Lost 21 to
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Oakland. Man, you seen them crowd? What the freak?
A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona.
Watch this crowd.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh,
In
they'll
24
mark him
seconds, man,
inside
I'll
the
lose this
one.
game.
Just
I'll trade you.
couldn't keep churning
I'll let you
those
have whoever
extra
you want
few
on my team.
inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
They ain't gonna lose.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Ah, perfect. The perfect season is still up.
Detroit getting set to go now. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use
I ain't worried about that. My top 10 defense, I'm on offense. Good luck trying to stop me.
Does it just send him? The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Good luck.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from.
How long are we out?
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use.
We won't play each other till late. I think we beat 14, 15.
3 of them to the right side. To throw Mariota, eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw
What
it
are you
back
doing?
deep over the middle. And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped.
That'll give you a better chance. Cause this pass rush, both of my ends got well over 10 sacks.
Big shot downfield. That's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Then my linebacker. Who that?
Joey
Joey Bosa got, I think, like, oh, Eli Apple? They got Eli Apple? Hold on, I can say this, that I know Joey Bosa got like 2. Hold on, I'm about to go to it. Oh, my rookie linebacker, he got 1.5. Joey Bosa got 1.5. Randy Gregory got 1, and that Hunter dude got 1. Well, half a sack. Daniil Hunter. I'm balling, player. Can't be stopped.